Are we on?
Yeah, says we're live.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm going to keep it open. Right, if you've got it open on your screen, if you can mute the live stream if it's open.
What do you mean? How to mute it?
If you open the, I said we're now live on air.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
on.
says we're live.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep it open. Right, if you've got it open on your screen, if you can mute the live, including
Okay.
like that, so it doesn't play. Okay, and now we have a link. So, hello, if anyone's there. There's not anyone there though. It's just
one watching, but that might be me.
that might be me too. They're not even counted as one person each. Okay,
Oh, maybe now it will be another one because I'm now joining.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody is watching us already. Hi, Joe.
Hey, anyone who's out there. We're just preparing ourselves. And we're getting everyone, and we're collecting people. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Do either of you have Brit's number, just so that she gets to the right place?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know. Sorry.
Right, I will try and. Okay. Let's see. There's 10 people watching us. Hi.
No.
We're just preparing the stage and getting everyone ready. Sorry, excuse our texting, but we will be performing soon. Be in no doubt. Okay. I think Brit's about to enter the room.
Yeah.
Where is she? Oh, here she is. All right, new guest coming on. Oh no, I put her in the. Oh no, she's here.
Hello.
Hey, we're live on air.
Time.
I'm just going to try and get Robert to come on and then we'll go. But does anyone have anything to share with the audience? Is anyone going to read anything about, has anyone written anything new related to the current situation?
No.
Something, but I'm afraid it's a bit, I don't know. It sounds a little messy and tragic still, but I don't know, maybe if we get really deep.
Well, we could.
Yeah, we'll see.
What are you going to read, Brett?
So I'm going to read a piece from the London magazine, and then I'm going to read several pieces from the new Smear.
Nice.
That just came out, and then probably one older piece and then maybe one piece I just wrote.
Nice, good.
Yeah.
That's it. That sounds like a good mix. I haven't read the new Smear actually.
Oh, yeah, they're all, I have 3 pieces, and this is the 3rd edition that are, I wrote all in Paris, all at the same time. So those are the ones I'm gonna read. They're all new.
Cool, exciting.
A little exciting.
I think that's exciting. I'm not doing anything new. I'm just doing old stuff, but with new, new
vibes.
new synth sounds.
Yeah.
What are you gonna read, Zia?
Just stuff that I know about because and it may be something. I mean, I've written something during lockdown, but it wasn't. It was about Clueless, about the film Clueless. Yeah, so it was like it's a poetry night where we had to respond to the film, and I only read it at that night, so I might try. If I have time, I'll read that as well.
I would love to hear that personally. That's just everyone loves that film, right?
Nice,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, somehow it's a classic.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know. I think there's a lot of depth there. There's layers of meaning going on in Clueless.
I kind of haven't. Yeah, now I'm like flashing back to it. I haven't seen it in a few years, but now I'm flashing back to it.
Yeah, watch it. It's definitely worth a rewatch.
Yeah, because I'll probably like think of it differently now.
Yeah, why? How were you like a kid when you watched it?
Yeah, younger. Yeah. younger before the apocalypse.
That's what they do in California. Like as soon as you're born, they're like, all right, let's go in front of Clueless.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually from New York, so I've only been in Los Angeles for a year, and it's very obvious the difference between New York and LA is like difference from the word go. People are like, because I'm used to like talking to everybody, like the taxi driver, the bodega guy, the coffee guy, like friends with everybody, and you do that here, everybody's like really alarmed.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, they don't. That's not like a thing here. So.
Right. It's no one walks on the street. Like there's no like.
No, and I still walk too, which is another like, alarming thing to people, but whatever. Yeah, but I like it. I mean, LA has like, since it's so spread out, it has this completely calm like vibe to it. I can't believe I just used the word vibe. That's very different than New York. And that I really love about it. And it smells like flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to LA, it does smell like flowers. That's I wonder if so hello people out there. We're waiting for Robert Lundquist, he's coming. But I think that he's a psychotherapist as well as a poet, so I think that he's actually in a session. But he's going to join us probably in about 20 minutes. Once I get him the Zoom link. But we've got 2 California. Oh, who's this? Somebody is trying. I don't know who is trying to come into the Zoom. Maybe it's Charlotte. The name that is called it's Razor. Okay, I won't say it. I don't know if that's private information, but I don't recognize the name. Let me check.
I just go to get my.
Do I just let them in?
No,
I think we're giving the Zoom link to someone. I know that Anna's been giving it.
Oh yeah. Maybe is there gonna be stuff after Robert and Anna?
Yeah. Well, should we start? Should we like get going and then hopefully they'll all come in and I'll try and figure out who Razor is. But should we start? Zia, are you going to start? You can read a few now and a few later, up to you, whatever you want to do.
No, I'll do my thing now. and then
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So what we'll do is let's mute. Should we mute our microphones and our cameras so Zia has the stage? Zia Ahmed is an amazing poet. I'm a big fan, and an amazing playwright. That's my attempt at introductions. I'm not a good MC, but I'll let your words speak for themselves.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Yeah. All right. Hello, everyone. Cool. I'm Zia. Yeah, it's very cool to be doing streaming down the house. Yeah, gonna read for about 10 minutes, I think. Just gonna time so I don't go over. There we go. Cool. All right. This is a piece called Mango. Mango. Mango writes something and white man go, I don't know. Maybe this needs a symbol to represent the exotic. Something like a mango. Mango into bar and bar mango, wide along mango. Snap poll. Which racist do you want on your banknote? They give you the default sitar solo, aka Indian banjo. Election time. I gotta hang low. This guy is telling me to go back home. Type NW2, what does your sat nav show? Are you indigenous though? Are you indigenous though? If not, you better be vigilant, bro. Or what? I think that I'm invisible. No. I think that I'm a mythical creature. Working class black, working class brown. We don't seem to have any worth in your towns. I know in the old days everything was okay. I saw it in a documentary called Mary Poppins. Super cala fragilistic expiali mango. Mr. Englishman, which part of England do you grow them leaves that make your famous English breakfast tea? English like a cheeky Nando's. English like cutting through your country as if it were a mango. When it comes to hear us, people in power go seem to cut their ear off. Like Van Gogh or Van Gogh. Power corrupts. You already killed Duncan, you might as well kill Banquo. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Are you gonna bang? Are you gonna bang? No. No. Islamism is the new communism shit. Time to reboot Rambo. Skies are grey. Today they won't have drones. Today they still have homes. Nah, I need to have a word with the Espirito Santo, because the meaning of life's got to be more than a series of portmanteaus. Jabberwocky, never stray, negro y blanco. I hold a baby in my arms. She don't weigh much more than a box of mangoes. She smiles. I have love. I have life. I have hope, and I will fight for days and nights that taste sweeter than. Cool. That's that's mango. Gonna read. So I wrote this for a night. This is probably one of the only things I've written in lockdown. It was a night about the film Clueless, and we had to write something in response. So this is just like, it's just a selection of quotes and then my own thoughts all put together real quick. But yeah, this is about the film Clueless. Put the yellow gum back on your tongue. Ask them questions. What's 7 times 7? Stuff that they know. I used to send myself love letters. Before that, I used to send myself death threats. My teenage self invited me to Complaint Rock. I did an RSVP. I can't pinpoint the spirituality. Does the Statue of Liberty have health insurance? Which existentialist are you? Ren and Stimpy or Cliff Notes? I'm reading Nietzsche by the swimming pool. I'm reading Nietzsche in the Jeep. I'm reading Nietzsche on the toilet. I'm reading Nietzsche in my sleep. Gaze into the abyss. It gazes right back and starts taking the piss. It shouts, "You're a virgin who can't drive." I wonder if they have that in my size. Ask them questions. Did we love each other? Stuff that they know. Street slang is an increasingly valid form of expression. Shake it. It's a Polaroid of that Polonius guy. My left arm is longer than my right arm, so I take selfies with it. It's not a selfie. It's a Monet. Have you ever done it in water? Have you ever done it in watercolor? Right before you die, your mind sort of gets very clear. Shout out Egg McMuffins. I had to give myself snaps for all the good memes I was making. I wonder what memes you made in your post-adolescent idealistic phase. I couldn't be happier than if they were real grades or imaginary friends. Last night, I hugged the snowman in my car. Today, I wore in my purple heart. It still don't fit. Yuck. The maudlin music of the university station. Wah, wah, wah. This is a stop sign. And I totally paused. I loved you sporadically. Anything you can do to draw attention to your mouth is good. Sure. That's that. This will be the last thing. Yeah, thanks to Sophie for the invite. Yeah, this is yeah, peace. Some nights over the high road, there's a bunch of us floating, lighting up the sky like Chinese lanterns. We can't get stopped by police up here. Us, I see fours, and I see threes, and I see trees of green. Red roses too, I see them bloom. For poor souls with wide open torsos. Western, this is a Western. Western, Western. Clint Eastwood, good, bad, ugly. UK cowboy, lovely, jubbly. Or am I always gonna be the patchy Indian? Boom, shaka laka, feeling original nutter. Yanini, whoa, I thought that I was an English boy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, 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 no. Tried acting rude boy of England, but I had people telling me to shoot boy from England. Like I'm a stray who lost my way. They say I can't be full English cause I don't do bacon. You're not English, you are immigration control to Major Tom. These guys want to know where I came from. Cricklewood. What have I got to do? I never knew that you needed a passport to travel the tube. So I walk it. I start running like forts, running from forts, rattling from the constant battling, broken pieces, floating tokens, token gestures, token jester, open sesame, Alibaba, 40 thieves, 40 grievances, nothing to pledge allegiance with, trapped in a box, ballerina chopped off in place, a Bhangra man. Dance monkey dance to the music of the snake charmer. I am karma. I am Kama Sutra. I am Nita Hone Hone Hoye Mutteyar Munde Atobachkerehi. I am your gap year. You said you were lost. I hope you found yourself. I am Slumdog Millionaire, Downward Dog, Eight-Headed God. I am Shiva, Al Qaeda. I am auditioning for the role of Terrorist One. Yeah, I can do that in an Arabic accent. I am Ganges, I am Gandhi, I am Jinnah, I am Five Pillars, I am Sinner, I am Cinnamon, I am Cardamom, I am not invited to the Houses of Parliament, I am Sharif, don't like it, rock the Casbah, stop the fatwa. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. I am England. I am England shirt made in Bangladesh. I am Brick Lane. I am Curry House of the year 2005. I am Rogan Josh. I am so damn lost. I am so damn lost. I'm just looking for a shape that's whole. Looking for a place that's home. Mera juta hai Japani. Home is where your heart is. Ye patloon Englistani. Now home is where your heart lifts. Sar pe lal topi rosi. Now home is where your ass fits. Fir bhi dil hai. Fir bhi dil hai. Yo, cool, thank you. That's me done. Just and put a little thumbs up there.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
Well, you feel free to read more again later as well.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that last one. I've heard that last one like a million times.
Yeah,
I love it. And you know, Barney, my son, he loves Mango's poem. He loves it.
yeah, you like to
Fan
read
of
it.
your poetry.
So many times, but there'll be new people watching, hopefully. So,
No, but it's good. It's one of those things that, you know, there's some things that like you can listen to again and again are really good and are really amazing, and also when you listen to it for the first time, it's really amazing. So good job. Hi, Mum.
yeah.
Well, I was going to ask if Britt, do you mind if going next?
Yeah, not at all. I'm like still like stuck in Zia's like.
I know.
Trying is so beautiful. This is like really, really beautiful. But yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right, let's go. I what?
Bye.
Bye. So I'm Britt Parks, and I am in Los Angeles. And thank you for this lovely invitation, really, just so I can hear all these beautiful people read. The first piece I'm going to read to you is from the London magazine, and it's called Salome. Salome, stop believing this hus pile. Unfettered whalebones make you a forced companion. I saw her making up the names for laurel species. There are 206 kinds. Scientists eat Latin like it is milk-fed. They cannot act tired of naming. We cannot act tired of hiding. This act is forthright independency and leaf alterations. Worsted in upheaval, I am feeling my feathers molt. I am happier with a junky nerve for failure. It is terrible, terrifying to admit your bones are all crooked. They crick each other out of place in turns. You seem like you are sparring a starling, but you are just guilty. Porcelain knocking around, forgetting to say please. And next, I'm going to read a few pieces. So this is Smear, the 3rd edition, but it just came out from Andrews McNeil a few weeks ago. It was edited by Greta Bellamacina, the amazing poet. And the pieces I'm going to read to you are new. I wrote them in the fall in Paris, kind of all at once. So sort of related in a bit of a way. The first piece is called Torso Hook Prayer. In a grappled hook, you broke our hearts. Hardened hard marble is bleeding transparent longing in intarium. There shall be a higher order to push pilgrim's mouth dirt forth. We will tomb a body likeness of their torment. We will tell them prayers are extinct. And then the roses. They're stalking like the devil in a damaged river he cannot regard as wet. Creeping around a mouth of petals, their dreams are sacred. A canon is one kind of sepulture. It is also a canon. A design former light dimming as a reminder of the defense. We will also make a history out of defense. Like a goose has coarse fluff on hay over eggs. I did ache at the water, looking for you at the bottom, never willing to admit they took you out. A mouthful of the Seine is a respected resignation. I don't know you and miss you like you are my father. I have a lot of dreams about fathers. They are as fragile as my glass limbs. Perhaps you could cage me in a glass that mourns like marble. And then I'm going to read another piece from that series that's called Sacrifice Anthem. Feels like quite relevant for the last 5,000 years and quite relevant right now. So in my helmet of the defense of liberté, screaming of her lockup, screaming at my captor or her captor, in this sad Freud not needed prayer, screaming my dull ribs are a milk bath, screaming on panes of glass, obsessive gluing back of the smashed funeral of shards. I'm certain if I repair them, I can be repaired. I care nothing for the scars, the evidence, the fishing line dragging off my uncelebrated bones. They criticize my Lazarus in Never's dreams, for as much as I pushed my teeth forward and became silent. It is another game of whose country is whose. No one's. Land is not owned. The most incredible myth I know is that paper and ink make it okay for you to carry them around and stare at imaginary dirt lines frothing at your sooty teeth. You won. A captor also thinks he has won. A king watching everyone starve thinks this is a victory called sacrifice. Sacrifice is an anthem. You could ring it out with 4 million miles of the ocean, and it would sink like a stele, French kissing a dent in stolen rose. So next, I'm going to read a piece. This I wrote, I guess, technically in lockdown, as it were, but it seems to sort of like be an extension of that piece somehow. As illustrious as this evening should be, maybe is, in any given moment, we are having the exact opposite night. I want to send you 10,000 efforts of air. It will never matter how much I want. I cannot save you. And her in a robe that has been falling off for half her life. That metal core is apologizing to science. Here, my darling, we find a code. The code is there is no code, or there is every code. It could not matter less the way to make breath. Here we are in our young man's dream of what his banished felt end that gave us what we survive upon. Who do we thank? Who do we say sorry to? I think the larks did it best in that cage, in that non-cage. They loved us. And perhaps I will read maybe one or two more. This is an older piece. She sighs in her pantheon drowning. For me, this difficulty is a muse forth. For me, this burning haze is a relief of stone. I keep you fairly close to my arms. I'm thinking of a different word than arms. I am dreaming of your lost horns, a donation to me. Your glass ending is living. The objects you made are breathing. What a pleasure never to be captured. I think that's it for now. But
You can read
thank you.
it later, or unless you want to do it now, up to you.
Oh no, yeah. Thank you though, Sophie.
Thank you, that was really nice. Hey.
So great to see you, Brit, finally, after just reading your poetry online and following your Instagram. Great to hear you.
I know, you too. The funny story I always tell is that people have sometimes mistaken Anna and I for each other. And when I was reading, because we, I guess, both have dark hair and often wear red lipstick and are poets, being the only through line. And when I was reading at Shakespeare and Company afterwards, a girl came up to me and she said, "Are you Anna Sapphire?" And she had like so much hope in her eyes. And I wanted to say yes to make her happy. But then I told Anna I didn't want to ruin her reputation. But now we've agreed to be each other's doppelganger when necessary.
You can improve, Yuan. I think that you both have really good reputations.
Yeah, I have amazing reputation. Nothing to spoil them.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Oh, I think that Robert Lundquist is here.
Oh, good.
Here we go. Go. It's funny Zoom. It's like literally someone's like knocking on the door.
There's the.
Sorry, just getting started.
Honestly, Hi.
Have you eaten, Zia?
Yeah, I'll just grab a quick bite to eat now. Sorry.
That's good. No. You've been fasting, so you should eat. Don't want you to pass out, like, for poetry.
Robert, do you have the on the lower left? Do you see the video and the
Oh, yes.
microphone? So we can, yeah.
The lower left video microphone.
Okay, so do I cancel out the microphone?
So
And
make
cancel out
sure there's no red line on it. Oh no, don't cancel out the microphone. Zoom. This is our lives now. So make the microphone not red. The microphone.
Yeah.
How about the video?
The same with the video, no red line.
Okay, it's all done.
Hey!
How are you doing?
I'm a technical buffoon.
I was a technical buffoon and still am, but I learned so much by like streaming, which is a newfound passion, apparently. I'm just checking. I am still. Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get us all on shot. How are you doing, Robert?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in between.
In between what?
I'm in between work.
Okay, yeah. That's nice. That means time off, right?
Yes. Yes. No, it's so wonderful to see all of you. My God, I've really missed you.
Oh yeah. Well, when was the last time? It was in that festival. Oh no, wait.
It was in June.
In June, yes.
In that festival, Curious Arts Festival.
No, it was after that. It was at Hunter's Bookstore or...
Oh yeah. Gosh, what's the name of that bookstore? Anna, you were there.
I know. Is it Freedom something?
It's called. I know the name really well, but I've forgotten it. It is.
I like just call it freedom.
Yeah, they are about freedom for sure. It's like an anarchist bookstore in King's Cross called Houseman's. That was a really fun gig.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, you were really good. But we got kicked out before I played. Do you remember?
I got kicked out. I thought, what is going on? I didn't understand that.
I know. They're
not such anarchists as they present them to be.
They're just running a tight ship. And maybe some like confusion at the cross wires.
Fair weather anarchy.
Yeah. So Robert, do you want to read now? I don't mind. Who wants to go? Like who's feeling in the moment? Do you want to read, Robert, or I can play?
Why don't you play and then I'll read. Okay,
cool. Musical interlude.
Got it.
Okay, cool. I've just got some assistants that I'll go grab. Okay. Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
The musician left the stage. The part of the performance.
No, could have been.
I think I've got loads of reverb. I think my reverb is really dominating the audio space. I'll turn it down after I play. Okay, cool.
Turn it off then.
I think that sounds fine. Okay. I wrote this song. This song has had many different kind of renditions, and one of the renditions actually was really inspired by one of Robert's poems, which I've forgotten the name of now. It's a really long, like 30-page poem. What's the name of the poem, Robert, that you have that's like 30 pages long? And I remember the number of pages. And it's like it's set in your childhood. What's that? It's in the Mozart.
Street.
What's it called? Say it louder.
A Street.
Yes, A Street. Yeah. So when we were at that festival, I like rewrote this song, and I've rewritten it a few times since, but it's definitely got some of the same themes in there. So I thought it was quite relevant to play, and it's called Womb. Just check them in tune. A red love is a bad love. A green love is a bad, bad love. Do you get a feeling when it dies? I get this feeling it's been compromised. I just need a place where everything's warm. Give me your papers, show me the meat. I want to move between your sheets. I want a love that cannot speak. I want a love that cannot I just need a place where everything's Thanks.
That's really quite lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Really quite lovely.
I'm glad you like it.
Angel's voice. I know you probably don't want to be called an angel, but
Well, yeah, it depends. Sometimes not. It depends what mood I'm in.
this is a really cool angel's voice.
A cool angel. Okay, I'll have that. Okay. Right. What am I doing? Okay. I'm gonna try something that I have not tried before on a live stream because I like the risk. Oh, I didn't pin myself, I think, actually, so it's been switching between all of us. Or have I? I actually do find Zoom a little bit confusing. We're all confused here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to try and play a song that I normally play on guitar on a synth and see what happens. I hope it's bearable. I think it could be. There could be some highs, there could be some lows, but we'll be with good intention, at least. Okay. When I first saw him, I'd wait out patiently watching, 'cause darling, only I knew we'd be falling, the thinning iris of an eager eye, the lazy promise of a shifting mind. Just to feel young would be nice, and too much time watching romance on TV, too little time in a healthy family environment. When I first saw him, dragging our old habits to die. In the public square we'll cry, in the public square we'll cry, in the public square we'll cry. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. And I've got a backing singer to help me who wants to remain anonymous. Just let me go get them. Okay, right.
Are they going to wear a veil?
Good? Right. I'm gonna sit down because I'm lazy. I'm like okay. I did this last stream without a backing singer, and I got complaints, so I have one now. I know, don't worry, no one will know who you are, even though it's obvious. take up all their time, take up all their time, take up all their time. They don't mind. You're a mess, you're a sight, you're a fool in the light. There's a good chance it's alright. Leave it out, even see them. I'll be coming at you. I don't need no excuse. I'll be coming at you. I don't need no excuse. You're a mess. You're unwell in the lights. They can't tell. There's a good chance you'll do well. Leave it out, even see them. I'll be coming at you, baby. I don't need no excuse. I'll be coming at you, baby. I don't need no excuse. I'll be coming at you. I don't need no excuse. I'll be coming at you. I don't need no excuse. I'll be coming at you, baby. I don't need no excuse. I'll be coming at you. I don't need no excuse. You don't need one, baby. I'm done. Come back.
Oh my God, this is amazing, Sophie. I love it.
So amazing.
And I like the keyboards. You said that you're not sure about it, but I love it.
Yeah, I am sure about it. I just wish I could play it better. But that's just practice.
No, it's amazing.
Cool. Sure. So, Robert, I think I've set the stage for you.
How do I do this?
I will. You do. I'm just going to pin you, which means I'm going to put you in the center of the screen. You don't need to do anything. We'll just all slip away.
Okay.
Okay. Robert Lundquist, everyone, amazing poet from Los Angeles. You will see for yourself. Okay. Robert,
Yes?
you can start whenever you're ready. But
Okay, all right.
yeah,
Okay.
the stage is yours. Sorry, I'm not a very good MC, but I know you've got this. Enjoy.
Okay. This is from a manuscript called Mass. And there is a few lines, an inscription that begins the poem. Like the Mass on a spring, in the animation at the right, a vibrating object is moving over the same path, over the same course of time. Its motion repeats itself over and over and over again. The time it takes to complete one back and forth cycle is always the same amount of time. 1, it is in the interest of the right question, what needs pinning down, perhaps the inside of a moment at rest, perhaps the part of the idea missing. The ice slips out to sea, slices a ship in half. Always prepare for the possibility no one survives. Wait for sunset. Wait for the last one to enter. It will be dark. Find your way by the light around its rim. When it springs out, start to dance. Give it the floor until the applause. As the bars close down for the night, rumors begin. Privately, other things could be said, things unlikely mentioned because a leak in the conversation shadows your lead. 2, while no bigger than a leaf, while falling from nests, the tails of thoughts tumble in the bright air through phrases like, don't lead with your chin, don't jab off your back foot, because you think it is in the numbers, and it is, at least it is eventually. What you don't understand is to first lie a lot, until somebody believes your story, then you can talk about the numbers. As the left side of reason lights up like a Christmas tree, you think there should be no problems. However, cars stop for trains no longer in service. A walk home takes forever. A casserole stays warm overnight in the fridge. The ice in your glass never melts, and your last breath finished. 3, previously, there was only one dry leaf breaking under your feet. 3, previously, there was only dry leaves breaking under your feet. Now, with the echoes of clouds about to rain, retreat into a small village and a place, a guard inside each doorway. Grab onto the horse, the cop with the reins in his hands, looking down at you, looking up at him, and under birds forming a perfect wave, kick the beast, because anyone can see the air, not just inside of it. 1, your guess is good as next. Your side of the equation simple enough. Until you factor, you will not be seeing what's coming. It will always have its back to you. And without a face, there can be no name. And without a name, the land stretching to the horizon is just baked earth. What you cannot face, cannot tell the others, is that the water is a thing of the past, unless the stick in front of you bows down and there is no mistake. So you walk in circles ahead of everyone, far enough that no one can see your arms and legs. No one can see whether or not it is time to pray. Without a bird in the sky, your only plan is to stretch the circumference of your faith until the sky gathers that day's tears, the moment before the sun sets and the rain sets on the horizon. 2, the ropes to cross the rivers all belong to you, and you have no idea if the last strands will hold. Eventually, the light remains around the edge. Will you mend the hooves when stones lodge in each soft foot? Your sense of direction, the tips of your fingers inside a world losing its sun, yet revolving around it? How will you keep your feet on the ground is anyone's guess. And the money is not with you. The bet is on the strings wrapping around your legs, dragging you into space while your loved ones close behind have to guess which gas to breathe and when. 3, through your skin, flowers bloom on a hillside scattered with the memories of which leaves fall, and when as kindness for no reason drifts out of reach in a gentle wind. Still, with no one to hold on to the coldest of nights, tiny blossoms wait patiently for the smallest gesture, like a hand gently, tenderly touching your cheek. When you finally rest, the softest chair on which to stretch your legs moves forward. A rug settles the pasture. The paintings at the base of each tree show various families in conversation. This is your family now. Flowers and furniture spreading over you, a bouquet of many days and many nights, lying alone beneath the stars. One, you're only here until the roses bloom, until you notice a second skin folding like ribbon through your dreams of one last embrace. To accept this is to accept the past and all who perished along with your wish to grace each child who stayed to march beside you. And you did, as well as those living inside the darkest thoughts of who will finally lie in order to hide the truth, that no one made it to the end, where leaves fall to open the sky, grow back in to close the sky once more. 2, you stand here delicately separating flesh from flowers on a bed of moss you cling to, like dry ice sticking to the hand of a child. When you turn to face the wind, you are the fog floating next to the bridge you walk over each morning. Dirt and time take turns spreading through the leaves. As winter approaches, you feel your stems breaking. It is up to you. You will hide inside the shadows that separate you from all who traveled under a cold sun, waiting for the earth to part, the water to spray from the pools just beneath the surface you have come to depend upon. 3, it is not up to you who will survive, who will follow you past the meadows to the cliffs you are about to descend. Who will follow are those who listen to the right wind at the right time while hearing your voice when the wind dies down. And as the wind dies down, you become another source of knowledge. As a source of knowledge, you study the paintings in the rooms of the caves in which you wander. It will take time to understand the sunlight gathering the shadows filling the drawings on each wall. As you look closely between the cracks and the lines of paint, it seems like something between light and dark gathers all of the hooves running towards you, pounding the rocks on the banks below, showing you the way. Thank you.
Woo! That was amazing.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's
And
so
it's
nice
so
to
amazing
hear.
to see you reading and hear you reading. Really, really a gift for
Oh,
today.
thank you. Thank you.
I love hearing it after reading it. It's so different.
Yeah, it is very different. They both have like
It is, yes. Yeah.
The pacing is really beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
yeah. There's somebody else waiting to come in to the Zoom who's another performer.
Is that Razor? Who was Razor?
Oh,
You know, I don't know who Razor. I don't know who Razor was. I feel bad almost at the beginning. Robert, you weren't here yet, but at the beginning of when we first started streaming, somebody tried to come into the Zoom to perform. Maybe they just wanted to perform, and I feel bad. Maybe it would have been cute. I wonder who it was. But no.
Somebody wanted to come in and perform.
I think. Well, I don't know. They were called Razor.
yeah, I guess maybe it was like Razor could like go either way, huh?
Yeah. I would like if the name had been different. You know, if somebody comes and knocks at your door, and then before you even answer, they're like, "I'm called Razor, by the way." You're a bit like, "Oh, I don't know." That's my recommendation to that person. Change your name. But yeah, no. Who was actually coming? I'll let her in now. Is Charlotte? I'm gonna let her in. Charlotte Cannon, who is another musician, and she's gonna perform. But I don't know if Anna, you want to go first, maybe. And then Charlotte. Let's say hi though to Charlotte first. It's so funny, Zoom.
It's actually more fun than I thought it would be. This is like the most people I've hung out with in like 3 months. Now I never want any of you to leave.
Stay here forever.
Please.
It must be heaven getting together.
What?
It must be heaven getting together.
Yeah, I literally like it's the most like joy I felt of other being connected to other people, and then it's all of you, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, it does the job. Who needs to leave their house again?
Yeah.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hey, yeah, all right.
How are you doing? How's your microphone?
It's all right. It was a fucking pain in the balls.
Wow, where are you? It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's my dad's drama studio. I know that sounds so bougie, doesn't it?
Well, it looks good as well. So. Sometimes bougie looks great.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll read something out.
Call it bougie. I mean, look at that Shakespeare. Like, that's wow. That's surreal.
Yeah, it's wicked.
I lit a candle for you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice. What does it mean? Is it like I don't know. Because normally you say a wish, no, like a prayer or a wish when you.
Oh, it's a sea salt candle because I'm very superstitious about the ocean. So I feel like anything that's salt keeps you safe.
Yeah, that's true. That's like it's meant to protect you from vampires.
Anything.
Well, when you consider that a handful of salt toppled down England and gave India its freedom, it's pretty powerful.
Right, that's true.
Well, yeah, it's one of my favorite substances on earth, so I feel like it's like the best smell to have.
Yeah, I wish we could smell it. I kind of. We've been talking about it a lot. I feel like I can.
Yeah, they're all like, they're like,
Yeah.
Doesn't look like salt though. Wow. So, Anna, do you want to read?
Yes, okay, I can do.
Cool. Yeah. Should we give you the stage?
I
Yeah.
wanted to say one thing before. Could I say one thing before Anna reads?
Obviously.
Did you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. To speak. Go ahead.
Oh, the first time I heard Anna read was in Amsterdam, and I was sitting there, and halfway through her reading, I felt chills. I was so utterly amazed. So I'm absolutely delighted I can be here with you and all of you. So that's all I wanted to say.
She is amazing.
Thank you, Robert.
You're a really good presenter, and that was all very accurate. But also, you're a much better presenter than me. That was really, yeah, it's true. Anna's amazing, and yeah, I love her. Like, Are you going to read the city one?
No, I'm going to read something new actually that I wanted to send to you, Robert, for so long, but it's not even edited. I haven't read this anywhere, and I'm a bit always scared of new things that I don't have a distance to see what is it like. But actually reading the mass, I said, okay, I'll read this because it is, I mean, it's not similar, but it's the thought about something that it's finite, almost expectation of something that is finite, but also because we were all, the whole planet is in this lockdown. I was writing about nighttime, the time where the system and mechanism makes a pause, where everything stops, when you're not needed to anyone and you don't need anyone, and it's maybe that place of freedom that all sorts of spirits are coming to you, good or bad. You are just with yourself, and that can be very nice, but also very scary place. So yes, I will be reading from my brand new writing.
Wow.
And it's called Introduction into the Night Rituals. Okay, I will start now.
Okay.
Introduction into the Night Rituals. What did the children see? The children, what did they see? The children, they're sleeping, but you know that children always see everything. 1 moon, 2 moons, 3 moons spin around until birds of paradise flying across your wallpaper start singing to you. The night has fallen. You're coming back from the storage and your fingers smell of fish. The night has fallen and your dreams linger heavy under your teeth. Moths eating inherited dresses. But the night has fallen and postponed all the deadlines. The moon is growing, the well-rounded belly, white sketches of tomorrow's day. The night has fallen and the night rituals will keep you alive. The night rituals will keep you detached. In this hour, nobody needs you, except that married man lurking in your inbox. At this hour, you need nobody too. And those streets are sprawling, branching between me and you like synonyms, always with excess of meaning that connects further with something else, someone else. But darling, we are winning as long as we are in the center of this Venn diagram. At least some of the maths you do understand. And life has no result. Never play for the result, just play. Play for the mess, play for the sticky dough, play for the nights. Play for the wet softness of the sand. The night has fallen and In the night, logic is for losers. But your body has weakened and your fingers smell of fish. You're tired. Everybody's tired. The world is tired. Look at the animals. Look at the birds, exhausted, falling from the sky. You're sleeping in your flight. But what did the children see? The hands? Did they see the hands? A hand. Did they see the hand free and useless in the night? A worker's hand was retached to his body after 17 hours surgical intervention. That was the news of the day. The poor escaped hand not wanting to be a part of the production anymore. A hand, the worker's hand. The production needs all our hands. We are too tired to feel lonely. The tiredness fulfills all our ambitions. Your big hands, wandering useless, all over the streets, all over the skin. Uselessness insults the mechanism is useless. And that life full of possibilities, it was just shimmering night, and in one moment, it was morning. And the people were tired. But the sky knows to be birds, some dreams, in one moment, your legs. But you managed, withstood, you survived. In one moment, you knew exactly. Once, when you remove the past, you will cross the event horizon. But what did happen? Nothing happened. Days were passing by. You were waking up, getting up, going away, coming back again. You were cooking a lot. What did the children see? Forests. Did they see the forest? Silver Lake inviting them for a swim. Did they see themselves multiplied and sad, overworked and permanently unfinished? The children, did you allow them just to be? Let's burn all the privilege we had before this crisis. That won't happen because we are nothing special, just middle-aged people remembering mortality, choosing our poor pension plans, just sexy grandmother enjoying a bit of sun on her skin. Your body has weakened and just leans on another body on a wall, in the vision of the past where we are leaning onto each other, warm, young, and full of love, wishing on a star is playing in the background, and everything is exploding. And I'm wishing all the people, and boom, the bombs and overdoses and faces and everything that will happen much later on. And at that moment, we just lean on each other, fresh, shiny little things, stupid little things. While the past is developing on a star, while the past is just unknown future, while the past is wishing on a star. Walls are full of cracks and lizards and sun. Our bodies are full of cracks, lizards and sun. I have the words, I need a meaning. I have the words, I need a meaning. Here are the words, here is the meaning. The words, the meaning. Don't trust the silence. Just answer the bloody question. Scream, shout, howl at the moon from your terrace. Make your hood shit again at that moment. Gentrification always fails in your shallow dreams. Don't trust the silence. Just burn everything that needs to burn. Your heart needs to burn. It is broken, it is old. The waves are gone. Paparazzi took some photos. The press is amazed. She's looking hot beyond the recommended age. But we all live in our own age. Your 25 and my 25 are not the same. You look good for your age. For your age that is only yours. You do look good. You do always, for any age. The night has fallen and the algorithm is avoiding you. Everybody's tired now and they understand each other very, very well. They understand that they are tired. The simple emotions connect the best. The night has fallen and everything has stopped. You promised you will experience the spring in full. You will walk under the every cherry blossom you could find. You found few. The spring is done. Spring is free. Summer costs too much. But the children, what did they see? And do children know the emergency numbers? Police, ambulance, fire brigade, ray brigade. Do they know? Do they know that in that moment I did to call? I did, and I'm sorry. But the night has fallen and everything has stopped now. And it's good that it has. The night has fallen and the night rituals will keep you from the flames. And the night rituals will embrace you gently in soft moonlight silk. That is the end.
Anna, that was absolutely stunning.
Amazing.
Truly stunning. I'm going to have to say goodbye. I have to go back to work.
Lovely to see you, Robert. So lovely.
Yes, so nice to see you.
Okay.
Thank you
Good
for
to see
coming.
all of you. I'm sorry I can't stay longer.
The middle of the workday in America. Bye, Robert.
Bye-bye.
Well done, Anna. That was really good. I like that one.
Thank you.
was
Never read it before. It was a bit scary.
It made me feel like speechless, which rarely happens.
Now I can drink my beer without.
What, you didn't get drunk before reading?
I did a bit, but not too much. Given that the last few readings, I was totally, off the planet. So.
Not like you're going to get drunk now. I'm excited to see that as well. That's a whole other performance.
Mm-hmm. We should do it once, one poem, one drink, and then it lasts like for like a whole night and see what happens in the end.
Like the virtual poetic pub crawl. Did I say pub crawl? You can tell I've never done a pub crawl.
Yeah, they're a bit overrated, I think.
You remember just first two, then after that, everything.
Stuck in the first one. I feel like I've got so much reverb in my voice. I sound like I've got like some sort of I'm going to turn it down. This is Charlotte, guys. If you, I don't know if any of you guys have met Charlotte.
Hey, you all right?
Hey.
Sudden entrance. Charlotte, I'm really excited to see you perform, actually. We performed at Laylo at a New River Press event, and it was really good. That was a really fun night.
That was such a good night. That was really fun.
Especially they give you loads of free food as well. But then, do you remember we wanted to go up to the upstairs part, but then Rihanna has arrived.
Rihanna was arrived, didn't she?
I secretly love Rihanna. It's like the only pop
I
star.
openly love Rihanna. It's probably why they wouldn't me up.
Yeah.
Rihanna is better than all of us combined.
She's the what was she? The Pope. She was the Pope. You remember at the Met Gala, she dressed as the Pope.
Oh yes, that was awesome.
Yeah. Like so perfect. Only her.
That's really interesting. Someone should do that. Yeah. So Charlotte is a musician and performer. I'm really bad at introducing people. I can't do it, but I think you're really great.
Oh, thank you.
I really struggle with the introduction. I need to next time I'll write a script, but Charlotte's really amazing. But it's just that your performance is just going to be so good. I don't need to say fucking anything. Do you want to go?
Yeah. Okay. First song will be without a mic, so I hope it's loud enough.
I'm sure, yeah, it's fine. It sounds loud now, so. Okay.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be. Is the light on? Is there a light on it?
Yeah. I've got an elf that's helping me as well. Do you want to wait?
See me later.
Go on, go
See me
away.
later.
All right. Okay. We're in bed, the four of us, warm, oozing legs. We're in bed, the four of us, odor of a happy mattress. Oh, if I had breastfed, I pick the wick scabs, I'd still be at that present address. Oh, well, the walls in this country are swollen and muddy, and it's 20% of all steak and kidneys, but relax, 'cause we're in bed, all of us. We're in bed, all of us. We're in bed. Oh, merci. Now I hope my microphone works. Hello, bonjour. He was all hands in the theater. Well, he fought the roof of my mouth. Well, I called your auntie's phone. Lay soakless on a stranger's kitchen floor. Little white tiles and white teeth. Paint your beams and bathroom trees. Am I just me? Am I just me? Well, I speak and I smoke with my white throat. Well, I shout and I scream. Am I just me? Am I just me? This song usually has a trumpet in, but I don't have that to hand, so I'm going to do mouth trumpet. Epileptic blisters, sat in my dentist's house, ordering pink drinks, in the kitchen she comes. Well, that's how the cat like tongues. We should go to Portugal. Blue cartoon, I'm drunk on my printer. You're there too. Mean looking graphic designer, you come to town, come to dinner. She is hoping when she comes. Well, that's how the cat like tongues. We should go to Portugal. Merci. Oof. Right. I'm fed up with your crowds of dancers. I'm fed up with expensive bedroom fares. I'm fed up with your white background. I'm fed up with your white backgrounds. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sure. Don't worry. It's just germs lapping up girls. It's just germs lapping up girls. Fed up with your blue races. Fed up with imported light switches. Fed up with your white backgrounds. Fed up with your white backgrounds. Oh, excuse me. Sure, don't worry. It's just germs lapping up girls. It's just germs lapping up girls. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Joe, don't worry. Never mind, I'm just fine. Never mind, I'm just fine. Never mind, I'm just fine. I'll do the last song. Ugh. Called Travel Dribble. I'm only 13, I know the foolishness of yet another holiday. I'll run a mile, I'll run a mile, I'll run a mile. I'm getting old, I'm 62 years young, and I know that one to distribute acts won't be much fun. I'll run a mile, I'll run a mile, I'll run a mile. I'm just 3 and I got my grown up teeth, and I don't want to go to a garden party. I run, I run, I run a mile. I run, I run, I run a mile. I run 6,000 miles. Da-dee-da-doo-da-doo-da-dee, da-dee-da-doo-da-doo-da-dee, da-dee-da-doo-da-doo-da-dee. How much do you travel agents even get paid? I run a mile. I run a mile. I run 6,000 miles. Merci, 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 thank you, merci.
So fucking cool.
Oh, merci, merci.
Really, like, so cool.
Oh,
I have absolutely no idea who you are, and I think you're.
oh, it's better that way.
Also, I'm Brit. Sorry, I just like.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, I'm Charlotte, or Charles.
yeah, I just like adoration bombed you.
I dig it.
The only good bomb. That's all. No, that was so good. I like them. Like I think the Shakespeare really. You should take him with you to gigs. Actually,
I know. He's,
Oh, is that Shakespeare?
is it?
yeah, he's going to do some reading later.
Oh, I had like a lot of different theories who that was. I always go to the Greek gods because, like, you know, for some whatever reason, I was imagining, or like, yeah, I was just like some glowing.
Any life-size cardboard cutout is often a Greek god.
Yes, as it should be.
So there's a few people waiting to come in. We were going to kind of open up the floor, open up to the floor for poems. But if anyone needs to go, who's read or who's going to come in, they need to leave straight away or soon after. That's fine. But I'm going to let some people in.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to head off, but I'll continue watching the stream afterwards. But I'm going to go
You're going to want me to
get some food. You don't want my comments anyway.
No, well, yeah, you can.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was so cool.
Oh, Britt, taking you for a pub crawl. Thank you. See you later, guys.
Bye.
I'm going to let Ilias in. Ilias is a poet who's going to read a poem or two, and Sophie, another Sophie. And I'm going to let them in now. It's happening.
Let them in the door.
I want more people. I only have 2 requests right now, but anyone else who wants to. This has now become an open mic. That's what's happened.
Oh, Britt. Thank you.
Come and go as you please. I'm going to stay here till 5 a.m.
Yeah, I'm never leaving. This is like the most.
You're fine. It's the middle of the day for you. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, Elias, nice haircut or a style. Thank you.
I don't see Ilias. Is he here?
Ilias is here. He's just changed his hairstyle and just everything is changed.
I can't see him.
Yeah, you can. If you go to. You'll be able to see it. And this is Sophie, who is. Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I've got.
Oh wow, that is like that is a rock and roll haircut. That is not what I was expecting. Oh, and you have that painting. That's so great. Okay.
I'm gonna put the Zoom link in the comments of the YouTube.
Hi, Sophie. Hi, Anna.
Hi. Did you?
Hi, Barrett.
Hi, I've got two screens going on, which is confusing. But thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
Rock and roll haircut. And that's what I was it's like a different person.
Yeah,
So-
I look weird.
What? What is taking?
Okay. So do you guys want? Who wants to read a poem? Ilias, do you want to go first because you asked first? Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's where you came. You wanted to say hi, obviously.
Or Sophie, you're also a poet?
I am. I'm a poet and a painter.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing.
And also with music.
Oh, amazing.
Got some more requests to come in. Ilya, shall I pin you and you read a poem?
Ping me.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been pinged in a long time. What does that mean?
It's Zoom terminology. It means I'll put you in the center of the stage.
Oh yeah. I'm good at that. I like that.
Disappointing, it is.
You're being pinned.
Hi, Anna.
Done.
Thank you for this. This is all amazing. Where's Charlotte gone? She disappeared.
She had to leave.
Yeah.
She's rock and roll.
I don't know if I want to read this actually. I'm a little scared.
Too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Okay, am I on? Am I?
You're pinned.
I'm pinged. Yeah. So.
Oh, and you have that painting. It's so great. Okay. I'm gonna put this evening.
I'm just meant to read, right? Can't hear anybody. Okay, maybe that's.
Yes, yeah, you should. I mean, you can do whatever you want, really. But yeah, read poetry.
We all mute our video and audio so that you can be heard more clearly. So we're not all just like ghosting you.
Okay, I'm just shouting into the ether. Okay,
No
great.
one cause any interference.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the
good.
aliens.
Yeah, so this piece is actually well, my grandma died recently, and this is kind of, I don't know how I made sense of that, and it was in this strange era of not being able to see anybody in the hospital. So it's called Suija, and Suija is like a Gujarati word which means lie down, and she would always ask me like, Suija, like can I lie down? Like when she was tired, she was like, can I lie down? So this is just it's her asking for permission to lie down in a service mode. She takes off her skin and lies it flat on the bed. She turns on the iron, smoke burns from its face. The bed is green like a hospital, her skin is wrinkled, summertime. She patted the skin with her hand. Cheeks are plump, filled with green and sunshine and gumballs from Coney Island. The iron is hot. She lifts it to her skin, the hot metal and placid touch. It curdles and wrinkles and expands like a canvas stretcher of a cloud. It is flat and so delicate and soft and puddingy like ambrosia. It is pristine, so gentle, a little bit dead. Sweetheart, she says, lie down in my skin. Sweetheart, she says, I lie down, I wrap the uter around me, I nestle in its compulsion, its quirky semi-skinness. I lie down in an ocean and break off my flesh. Sweetheart, she says, lie down in my ocean and break off your flesh. Sweetheart, she says, her cheeks are plump and wrinkled, that is covered in green hospital covers. It is mechanic, it moves with command. We are on a roller coaster. She lies beside me. We are on a slow, slow roller coaster. Go down. Sweetheart, she says, I need to lay down. Sweetheart, she says, it's time to go pee. Sweetheart, she says, don't leave with my skin. I raised up the bed. There was a cold tea by her bed, a half-eaten biscuit. Sweetheart, she says, the tea is cold and there is no biscuit. Sweetheart, she says, the tea is cold and get me a biscuit. I pick up her skin and wander to the kitchen. The kettle is hot, not hot enough. I search for the radiator and plump it into the tea. The kettle is hot, but not hot enough. The kettle is soft and squishy like a beanie baby. The kettle is hot like in an ice rage. And I add it to the radiator and I wrap myself in a skin. The kettle is hot, but not hot enough. I take it to her cheeks. Where is the biscuit? She says. There is a virus lurking at her feet. There is an invisible monster beneath her bed. It is a hospital bed that lowers itself to its feet. It's a hospital bed, lonely and too clean. The tea is not hot. It's cold, but it's clean. The tea is so white, so biscuity, so raw. It's like an advert for colonialism, but without.
Ilya, I think that the sound is very bad. Are you maybe your network or something?
Oh, really?
Yes, I can't hear. Or maybe it's just me. How about you guys? Do you hear him? Well, I think it's bad. Something is cutting off.
I think that you need to go closer to the microphone.
Okay. Should I get some headphones?
Well,
No, it's just like cutting, like the I don't know. It's not.
Okay, sorry. Okay, is that better?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, can everybody hear?
Yeah, just keep your face close to the microphone.
Sorry. Should I start again?
Yes, definitely.
Did you hear what I said before?
It was all patchy, so better just repeat the whole thing, especially because we are recording the sound. So.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, so this is basically a piece I wrote about my grandma, who passed away kind of recently, and it's kind of making sense of that. And it's called Swija, which means like lie down, and it's kind of like she would ask me like, Swija, can I lie down? And she was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it really means, but it's something. She takes off her skin and lies it flat on the bed. She turns on the iron, smoke burns from its face. That is green like in hospital. Her skin is wrinkled like in summer camp. She flattens the skin with her hand. Her cheeks are plump, filled with green and sunshine and gumballs from Coney Island. The iron is hot. She lifts it to her skin. The hot metal and placid touch. It curdles and wrinkles and it shines like a canvas stretched over clouds. It is flat and so delicate and soft and puddingly like ambrosia. It is pristine, so gentle and a little bit dead. Sweet Josh, she says, lie down in my skin. Sweet Josh, she says, I lie down. I wrap the yuba around me and nestle in its compulsion, its quirky semi-skinness. I lie down in an ocean and break off my flesh. Sweet Josh, she says, lie down in my ocean and break off your flesh. Sweet Josh, she says, her cheeks are plump and unwrinkled. But that is covered in green hospital covers. It is mechanic. It moves with command. We are on a roller coaster. She lies beside me. We are on a slow, slow roller coaster, aching to go down. Sweet Josh, she says, I need to lay down. Sweet Josh, she says, it's time to go pee. Sweet Josh, she says, don't leave with my skin. I raise up the bed. There's a cold tea by her bed. Half-eaten biscuit. Sweet Josh, she says, the tea is cold and there is no biscuit. Sweet Josh, she says, the tea is cold and get me a biscuit. I pick up a skin and wander to the kitchen. The kettle is hot, not hot enough. I search for the radiator and plump it into the tea. The kettle is hot, but not hot enough. The kettle is soft and squidgy like a beanie baby. The kettle is hot like in an ice rage, and I add it to the radiator and I wrap myself in her skin. The kettle is hot, but not hot enough. And I take it to her cheeks. Where is the biscuit, she says. There is a virus lurking at her feet. There is an invisible monster beneath her bed. It is a hospital bed that lowers itself to its feet. It is a hospital bed, lonely and too clean. The tea is not hot, it's cold, but it's clean. The tea is so white, it's so biscuity, so raw. It's like an advert for colonialism, but without the good taste. Sweet Josh, she says, I need to go sleep. Bless the earth that lives inside her feet. Bless the sand that cleans her soul in sleep. Bless the fountain that regains her heart its beat. Ever weathered and earthly scream, never not living and bleeding, unechoed, the timing free. There's a scream that tickles me, that crawls into my skin and nestles in its cracks. It tickles the unheard cries and sends a whisper to its cousins. A tickle that screams to a body that leaves. And she sits there, watching, waiting, gripping an old paintings. She sits there on velvet, lamenting on the things that couldn't have been. She sits in sleeping, she sits in a kind of whispers, staring at the past material of drapes, staring past the translucence of the painting of things, staring deep into their ghost, into the still oven of death, into the placid, serene, calm, falling abyss. She stares deep into the sleepy come hither of life, the tempestuous bliss of a tea party, of a vulture's trumpet, of a garden slathered in jam and clotted wood, of Southwest picnics. She stares into the holes in the room. She screams, Srija, in that relaxing, don't leave me kind of way. In a relaxing, please be here kind of way. In a, I love you, you are always here, so please always be here. Please always sleep and tea with me. And where is my tea? Darling, it's cold. It's only hot, not hot enough. Don't take off my skin. Hold it with you. Go warm the tea. And Srija. Srija? Relaxing, so relaxing. Srija. Make a bath out of that comfort and invite Frank Zappa to ordain my funeral. I will take a roller coaster wheelchair to the heavens and ride the big ride, the walk of the endless rainbow dance across the ether through the cosmic debris and chuckle vision black holes. I will carve a biscuit of your knowing and dunk it in the Big Dipper. I will have a breakfast party and a mid-morning festival and a lunch biscuit and a liquid dinner. I will slurp it down, cupcakes and animal balloons. I will stuff them with candy floss and let my stomach float on up to sky castles. I will let my body become music and scream at Captain Beefheart. I will wrench his offer with my biceps and collect his tears in a vacuum. I'll shout at their corpses and whisper secrets to ladybugs. I will rough parade the funerals floating on my tea cozy of love, and I will visit your sister, and I will tell her I love her. Srija, she says, you must lie down in my skin. Srija, dear mother, lay down in my skin. Srija, I whisper, hot-blooded sheep. And I take a book from off the shelf. It's James Joyce. It's Ulysses. Of course it is. All my books are Ulysses. Because I am a poet. I'm a poet who writes poetry. I'm a poet because I write poetry. And all the glitter dances for my feet. And I wish I could map out its pages like Borges. I wish I could turn its mathematics into a mythical land of dying dragons. And I throw the book on the floor and it opens on a page. It's a blank page. So I take a pencil and draw a picture of my grandmother in a wheelchair. Because I am an artist. I am an artist because I draw pictures. Well, I draw paintings. I'm an artist who can draw a painting. And I'm a poet writing about how I'm a poet who writes poetry because I'm so meta. And the women line up to lick my torso because nothing makes a woman come like a finely polished metaphor. Nothing drenches a corpse like a cactus wrapped in velvet. And she looks up at me with those whales spinning in a I'm gonna groove the afterlife kind of way. And she says, push me, jaldi kar, jaldi kar. I see wheels spinning above my eyes, wings of Saturn shooting past each other, colors and universes doing cartwheels. I see rabbits hopping between meteors, and in the quiet, on that green sofa, in that dusty chaikana, a ghost comes down and sits next to me, and she asks, how have you treated the women in your life? I have burned every witch I have known. I have laid them bare on the stake, naked nipples to the sky. I've sold organs for a painting. Is a book on the history of Christianity sacred? Is it as sacred as one on the Holocaust? Everything is just a little vial. That is why it hurts. Everything is split down the middle. That is why it bleeds. And everything is filled with tiny cracks. That is why it shines. That is why the light breaks apart a womb. It is why the angels sing. It is why birth has never ceased. And everything is just a little viral. And that is why everything bleeds. And why birth is a promise of paint. And everything is just a little viral. Everything is breaking in two. Everything is born out of light, and everything has cracked its tomb. Because everything is just a little viral. And the ghost lights a cigarette, and I smirk. And the ghost says, Corona is a lie made out of roses. And I open my dictionary, and I turn to the big sea, and it spills out its blood. And I pretend I'm not human. I think of the painting of organs. There are 3 rules to life. Never break a promise, never make a promise. Save every lie for your partner. How have you treated the women in your life? I've forgotten their pulse, I've worshipped their flesh, I've made tombstones out of their fragrance. How have you treated the women in your life? I've treated them like men. I've treated them as though they were animals. I've slain each mistress with a promise. I've gifted each whore with a baptism. How have you treated the women in your life? I've bowed down and prayed next to them. I've bowed down and prayed to them. I've bowed down and prayed for them. I've sold my God for a glimpse of their thighs. How have you treated the women in your life? I've made a collage out of ego. I've spliced their skins with a napkin. I've pretended the citrus came from my fruit. I followed the rules and abandoned the apron. I've lay in dirt, covered in beast, covered in borrowed flesh. How have you treated the flesh in your life? I've sold every limb to a butcher. I've sold every hair to a brushmaker. How have you treated the gods in your life? I've offered them false language. I've sold them the limbs of a mistress. How have you treated the women in your life? I've sacrificed them to gods I did not believe in. How have you treated the women in your life? I've kissed them with lips that weren't mine. I've borrowed my nectar from Hollywood. How have you treated the mud in your life? I've praised it with sun. I've woven my veins with their needles. I've swam in its ocean. I've carved out its limbs. I've made of it women. I've loved them the same. How have you treated yourself in this life? I thought I was mud. I've known I was light. I was always a woman inside. Sweetheart, she said, lie down where I lay. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't heard that. Yeah, sorry. That was... Could you hear it?
The second time around was better. Was cutting some places, but it was better. You can send us all the whole piece.
Yeah, sorry, it's pretty long.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I could hear it better. There's something wrong with your microphone, I think.
There is? Okay.
You sometimes does weird things with like the background sound. But in this note, it's really good.
You have a pacing though that it kind of like is its own language, the sound pacing. The sense for being, really pretentious.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't get picked up on Zoom very well as well. Like, it's pretty fast.
No. Gonna let someone else in. That person isn't reading next to Sophie.
I don't hear you now, Sophie.
Oh, can you hear? Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, now better.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let someone else in, but then Sophie, who's already in, Sophie Milner. Hi, are you there?
I am.
Okay, one sec. Just letting someone in who's going to read off to you.
Moved on to gin and sort of lemon tonics now. Sort of that time of the evening, isn't it? Sort of went to the fridge in the kitchen like I was sort of at a party, being like, what can I concoct? Now I finished the wine.
When you finish wine, you can cut with anything. If it's a bottle.
Yeah, if it makes you feel better, I'm in Los Angeles, and so it's like I guess it's 3 p.m. and I just drank an I'm drinking an aviation like in honor of this party. So at least it's like 10 at night for you. This is the biggest party I've been to in like half a year.
I'm drinking like a good old UK tribute ale. Proper London stuff.
Are you based in London?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone's based in London. Hey, Mihal. This is Mihal.
Oh, Mihal.
Hello.
Hey.
We nearly had him, but oh no. Nearly. Hey, are you going to stay this time? No. This is literally a Zoom. This is literally a Zoom conversation on streamed. It's very funny.
The best thing is I feel like they created this for like corporate meetings about, you know, like how to make a lot of money or something, you know, like how to sell people like
Yes.
stuff more expensively, and it's like we've hijacked it for poetry.
Yeah, that's such a great way of seeing this whole situation. I like that.
Yeah, no one's trying to make money. We're trying to lose money.
We're trying to lose time and money and.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let her know. I'm just gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do, like some weird like Zoom sound check. So that's like just. I think Sophie, if you want to read your poems, and I'll just mute them when they come in. In fact, I can already mute them. Okay, done. So do you want to read, Sophie?
I'd love. Can you? How's the sound check? Can you all hear me well?
Yeah, really well.
Yes.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'm gonna pin you.
Okay.
Because I love pinning people.
That's why you gotta.
You have to mute your video and sound because it helps the sound in general.
Okay, so is everyone ready? I can't hear you. Okay, I'm going to take it as a yes.
Very ready.
This is all so new to me. So I'm going to read two poems. They're both relatively short-ish. They both deal with transformation. One of them is brand new. It's the last thing I wrote about a week ago. And the other one is older, from last year. So I'm going to start with a poem called Woman. They said I could become anything. I became a woman. Soft and polycystic, with dipped eyelashes and a nervous laugh borrowed from my father's side. Oh, how they loved my jungle hide. They took the stiff light of the morning and plaited it tight down the rind of my neck, scraped the wet earth from under each nail, then dug my tear ducts clean as pitted fruit. They walked each quarter of my body and came across many old women discussing themselves over drinks and shortcomings. So I left them there and sat alone outside on the long grass, crystal gazing the sky make love to the sea. I slid my hands beneath my feet and noticed a birthmark freshly drawn. To my surprise, my fawn-like legs lay lost before some gaping bud. I bit down hard on the curfew of my body and popped that bud like a cracked thumb. Then all my world switched on like taps. Okay, I'm going to go straight into my next poem, which is called Peace. This peace is an impure metal. It clings to my surface like heat off a dog's ear. It rolls in the bowl of my skull, pert and persuasive. Yesterday I wanted it off. I wanted this bangle of peace flung at the gong of anger, and when they collide, a saturated fizz of putrefied peace would be born. I imagined a pile of glistening copper beads, mythical rage culled from my core like fish roe, my guild piece ripped open with samurai sheen. After this self-birthing ritual, I sit cross-legged, resurrected on our rug, a scaled maid, running my glossy gut eggs through my gaping palms. And you will ask me to hand them over to your safe hands, and I will puppeteer my old piece instead, an aviary ringed with fire, and you will take my wet, flaming hands in yours. You will blow lightly on them until my piece runs cold and folds neatly on your arms like a well-worn autumn coat. Thanks, guys.
Wow, that was cool.
Lovely. I just want to keep listening.
Sorry?
Forever.
I just want to keep listening to you.
Oh, thank you.
That was beautiful.
Very melodic.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was really nice.
Glorious. Mm.
So next, Mika, you want to read? Do you have something to read? Hello.
Well, so I mean, I don't really have this. I mean, I don't really. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
So I feel a bit weird here because I was just sort of with my wonderful wife Shoshana here. We were just enjoying so much, the exchange of views, and then I just sort of looked at this obscene book that I have on my shelf that sometimes I use in when I'm sometimes I kind of whip out this book when I'm feeling really depressed. but the thing is, I hadn't found it for ages. I hadn't seen it for ages, and then I finally found it in a box, and so now I'm kind of really into this book again. And so this book, I'll just put the camera on it. Can you see it?
What is it? What is it called?
It's upside down. It's called A Vision of Britain, and it's a personal view of architecture.
A Vision of Britain?
Oh wow. Okay.
This is good.
Wow. What's going on?
I thought it was like a colonoscopy by Brian Ferry or something.
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm going to just. So this is a really obscene tome, and basically what I'm trying to say here. So you open it up, and then the first thing you see is just like his coat of arms everywhere. So like loads of his coat of arms.
Wow.
Which is what you get on your yogurt now. If you go to Waitrose, you get that on your yogurt. and then
That's fancy yogurt.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, if you're fortunate
Austerity, yeah.
Austerity in the future, we will eat a jogger. And so I suppose in a way, what I was trying to say is that I'm a bit worried that the way that we are talking about our world now and the way that we are talking about cozy things that we miss and certain kind of localisms and principles and communities that we miss somehow retreats into something that resembles this stuff, which seems unfathomable. Like this shit that this guy, I mean, he's still effectively around. So he's got this picture of quite a famous postmodern council estate in Runcorn, and he says people condemned to live out their lives in a grubby laundrette, and all of this stuff. He's got 10 principles of architecture, and the Doom. I mean, it's just
Where is that on the? I mean,
oh yeah, there's also.
Wait for this.
Hold on, because this isn't my poetry. You have to just. So there are these.
This is a warning, actually.
This is a warning. So there are these where you have London as it was painted by Canaletto when it was still nice, according to Prince Charles. And then you have tracing paper, and you see that it's bad that there are new buildings now. And this was published, and then you've got the 10 principles of architecture, and one of them is high. One of them, or there you have the place the recommendation from Prince Charles is don't rape the landscape. Those are the words that he recommends. And the next principle is hierarchy. So this is one of the main principles of architecture. And his recommendation is that buildings should reflect these hierarchies, for architecture is like a language. So I'm not gonna effectively sabotage this otherwise quite beautiful and
Awesome.
well composed session, but it's just it's just freaking me out. So let's not ever.
Can we do that one bit?
And then Shoshana wants to.
Then where is it?
Wait, which bit do you want?
That one that says about inheritance. That one.
Oh yeah, there's a bit about. He also really likes inheritance.
Where is it?
About everyone's turned their cameras.
They
on.
hate it. They're bored of us.
They're bored of us.
We want a poem. Even if it's
I didn't have any poems.
Come on, look, I know you're calling you.
You can, but Shoshana, you do the poem. No, I didn't have any poems. I just wanted to show you this book, and that it's really evil.
That was actually quite an eye opener.
That's all I can do. I don't have any poetry in me. I just have a deep fear of Prince Charles.
Deep fear is the birthplace of poetry.
So what does this book do to your depression? Does it help it or further it? What does the book do to you?
It's actually quite nice. I think it actually helps. So when I feel depressed, I like to sort of watch things that are more depressing. So I like to watch really sad movies or read really awful books by people that I hate. So it actually improves my mood. And sometimes Shoshana and I, since we rediscovered it about 3 days ago, I found it a relaxing experience to just leaf through these pages and get annoyed by stuff. He doesn't like Birmingham very much.
He doesn't, no.
He hates Birmingham. But we don't have any poems.
I do, but I'm not going to do one now because I feel too ridiculous.
Oh,
Sophie,
we're all quite ridiculous.
Yeah, mine was very ridiculous. It's like 15 minutes of not being able to hear anything.
I can't. I can't.
I think I win the most ridiculous prize so far, me and HR Rachel.
I actually think it's quite a brilliant point because it's very interesting what the direction everybody goes to kind of like cope with their like difficulty, and everybody has a very different like method, and so that was kind of an enlightening method.
My method is to load my throat with nodes.
What are those?
It's a sort of tip-off neck piece or medallion glands or two skirt garnets on my hands. I'm not sure.
Oh, I need to learn about that.
I know that book. I love that book.
Hey, Heathcote.
Hi, everyone.
You just stream forever. Stop streaming.
Hello.
I don't know.
Everyone was so good.
I ruined the poetry.
No, I ruined the poetry.
No, that book was beautiful. Hi, Zia. Nice to see you back again.
Hi, Heathcote.
Hey,
Heathcote, you will
everyone.
also love the poster that has been erected in our study on the direction of my love. Sophie's already seen it.
What have I seen?
You've seen the poster that's now in pride of place in our house.
Well, Shoshana, we're live, you know. You have to be succinct.
I can't.
Life's not succinct, isn't life? Like life. Sorry.
Live is more like life than life.
Yeah, right. Life is.
Who has a poem though to go next to just sort of gloss over our weird interjection?
There's more people now on the stream than watching the stream.
Good.
Sounds like poetry.
Weird, like
after party now, isn't it? Yeah.
The after party. This is the after party. It's a sunrise like rocking.
I'm just making sure buzz at
And
the
hi,
after.
we've also got a new person, Sarvin. Hi, Sarvin. I don't know you.
Sarvin. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, 8
Hey,
people watching
Sarvin.
and there's 9 people.
Hi.
I'm gonna end it, okay? But we can still read poems.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Sarvin and I still both need to read.
Salvin, hi Salvin. I have.
Hi.
You're Andrew's friend.
Yes, yes, I am. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I can't see you anymore. Oh, I have to fucking Zoom. I don't know.
This is actually like socializing.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
So Sophie, is it officially over?
There you are, Sophie. Hi.
I mean, if anyone's watching who's not on the live stream, bye.
Yeah,
Or
join
if
us.
you want
Join
to
us.
come on Zoom, you can also do that.
If you're watching and you're not in this, then you're a creep.
Yeah. Sophie, Sophie,
Sophie.
can you hear me? Sophie, can you just